and healthy living. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Great eats and healthy living. It is AC with AC Art of Food, and this is your Healthful Tip Live with AC, where we take a produce, something that's good for you, whether it's good for your mind, body, and or soul and spirit, and I just give you a little bit of information on it. Okay, so it's just a quick bite, if you will, of information. And ooh, I haven't gotten an email. Okay, great. Okay. Offline, we'll talk about that. But so that's what a Healthful Tip Live is that I bring you guys every single morning, usually around the 9:45, 10 o'clock-ish a.m. hour. Okay, so it's nothing that, is brand new to you guys, or maybe it's not even brand new to me, but sometimes we need that reminder of why we eat certain fruits and vegetables, why we eat certain grains and things that are good for us, and the benefits that they hold for our bodies, okay? So I'm just like a little morning reminder, a little morning refresher on the things that you should eat and have for your body. Great morning, Amber G. Joseph. I saw the call. We'll call you back as soon as this wraps. Okay, great. So the Healthful Tip Live this morning is about cherries. Cherries are super good. We're getting into the season where they're going to be ripe and ready, and they have that pit in them. So make sure, if you have kids that love cherries, make sure you get that pit out of them before you give it to them. But cherries are full of phytochemicals, and the pigmentation of cherries themselves, they're this beautiful deep red, and then we have the Rainier cherries that are a little bit that are a little yellowish with a little red hue to them. All these cherries are delicious. They're super, super delicious. And they are great in lowering heart disease. So cherries and cherry juice, specifically the tart cherry juice, because when you get tart cherry juice, it's not a lot of the sugar added that you don't want. Okay, so that's why tart cherry juice, and a lot of times for holistic purposes, is good for swelling. It's good for breaking down that inflammation. It's good for swelling, things of that sort. Okay. So that's great. And even weight loss, okay? So the pigmentation of that also lowers the cholesterol. So that's a good benefit of cherries. Also, they have this particular acid, which is a compound that fights off the toxins that are found in cigarette smokes and cigar smokes, okay? For all of my cigar head, cigar aficionados that joined us for the Orlando Cigar Fest 2021, cherries and cherry juice are awesome. And I think there are even some like flavored cigars out there. So if you have an authentic cherry flavored cigar, that is awesome because it is actually helping to stave off that harmful toxin that is found, in the tobacco and cigarettes as well as cigars. Okay, so also the compound that's found in cherries is for inflammation. And there's an alcohol that is also in cherries, and that's going to reduce the tumors that are found in, like, for pancreatic cancers, breast cancers, also liver and lung tumors. Okay, so it decreases those, and the alcohol actually fights those and keeps those at bay, but it does so without harming the healthful tissues that you need and the healthful cells that you need in order to rebuild in those areas where the tumors may have caused damage, okay? So that's very, very important. And then rutin. Rutin is it's a component found in cherries. And what that does is it's loaded with vitamin C, and it's going to give you healthy veins and capillaries. Now, quercetin. Quercetin, we have found, is impressive amounts of quercetin at that, is a flavonoid, okay? And that flavonoid acts as an anti-carcinogen, okay? So the anti-carcinogen is where, the cancer, things that are, the cancer components found in smoke and smoked meats and smoked foods, and even in the way you just cook regular foods. And someone asked me, I did something about air fryers, and, everyone's, oh, air fryers, they're super good for you, but just watch how long you have your food in air fryers, because carcinogens, when you cook things for a longer period of time at a high heat, carcinogens are, can be present. So cherries can actually fight that off. like I said, antioxidant, reduces coronary and artery disease, as well as those cancers that I mentioned before: breast, pancreatic, liver, and lung. Okay, and then cyanidin. Okay, cyanidin is an anti-inflammatory. When I was talking about the tart juice, the tart cherry juice, which is the more true cherry juice without additional things in it, and additional additives or artificial things in there. That cyanidin is what is going to keep it anti-inflammatory, which is going to reduce that swelling, reduce that pain for people that also kind of suffer from gout. Okay, so that can be something that you can sub in your diet to relieve yourself of those ailments that are associated with gout or any type of pain and swelling that you may have. So cherries are overall super, super good, lowering cholesterol, that LDL. You want to keep that LDL low, that HDL high. Absolutely. Now, in preparation for it, because when we do our HealthFUL tips, I go through the technical things of like why it's good for you and the components that are in these particular foods, and then break them down how they can be eaten and how they should be eaten. Raw is always best, okay, in some instances. Raw for cherries, yeah, pop them. They're a great snack, all that good stuff. However, if you do cook them, they don't have that much vitamin C. Vitamin C is in cherries, but it's not an ample amount, say like you would have in your pineapples or anything like that. But the modest amount of vitamin C that is in cherries will actually be depleted if you cook them, okay? So, however, there is research that has shown that if you chop up some cherries, and remember we said they had that anti-carcinogen component in it, which is that smoke, that causes cancer when you cook foods. If you chop some of those cherries up, say in ground meat, if you're one that eats animal protein, and even with fish, it will cut out a lot of that harmful carcinogen in there. So like if you have a burger, I don't know, maybe that'll be something that, we'll try on the Test Kitchen Thursday, is chopping up some cherries to see how that plays into beef. But it will actually counteract that carcinogen component that is found when you are cooking or when you're grilling. So it could be some flavors, and I'm going to absolutely write that down, because that would be something to try for the summer series of the Test Kitchen Thursday, okay? Cherry burgers. I mean, guys, who knows? And also, cherries are great, like if you do with fish, okay? So fish also can contain carcinogens because it's any type of animal protein or produce that you're cooking at a high heat for a period of time. Now, cherries are also great to be added to vinaigrettes. You could just make, your oil, your 2-part oil, 1-part acid, a little Dijon, a little honey, and then add some chopped cherries in there for a beautiful vinaigrette. It'll add a pop of color to your salad, okay? And it's also good for you. How delicious does that sound? Sounds really good, okay? Deanna Butler is on here, owner of Simply Produce, okay? Get at her for all of your cherry needs. She will have them. Also, brownies. Guys, we all know what today is, okay? I'm just saying. If people are making brownies today on April 20th, chop up some cherries in there. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you options. It's awesome to have options, okay? Add cherries, chopped cherries, or even dried cherries to those brownies, okay? Non-dairy yogurt, it works so delicious. You can also substitute dried cherries and for raisins. Now, guys, AC Art of Foods maple nut spice granola. Cherries, dried cherries. I'm telling you guys, I'm bringing you goodness and mercy whether you realize it or not. I just make it taste good. That is the whole premise of AC Art of Food. It's what I do. It's what I'm born to do. It's what I'm here for, okay? Use me, okay? So the cherries, dried cherries, are an awesome substitute for any type of dried food that you have, to go ahead and benefit from all of these wonderful things that cherries hold, whether they're dried or they're fresh. But remember, if you cook a little bit of them, it will deplete that vitamin C. However, goodness and mercy for counteracting that carcinogen component that is found when you are cooking meats, okay? And just toss them in salads. They are great. They're delicious. They have a good depth of flavor in them. You can add them to oatmeal, just different things like that. So if you guys love cherries, please let me know if there's something that you want to add to this about cherries. I'll be very interested to hear what you have going on. But that is it for the deliciousness of cherries. And who would have thought that beautiful deep red color? It's like a crimson, isn't it? Yeah. Crimson is always great, okay? But that actual pigmentation, because of that color, is also helpful for you. So that's just how God creates this beautiful earth and the things that grow from it that can help us to grow healthy along our healthful journey, okay? So that is the Healthful Tip Live, which was about cherries. I'm super excited about that. Guys, thank you so much for joining. However, Test Kitchen Thursday is coming up. We have gone 2 weeks and I have not been in the kitchen. So guess what? I'm in the kitchen. And what I'm going to do, I am going to do a series on actually what was prepared at the Orlando Cigar Fest 2021. Woo, bear with me. Okay, so I did post yesterday one of the featured items that had the abstract spice. It was the lemon, salt, and pepper. Yes, absolutely. They are anti-inflammatory. I had said that. I had said that the Cherries was anti-inflammatory several times. Remember, gout, pain, swelling, all that counteracts that. But thank you, because she's a produce lady and she has to know. That's why I get my produce from her, because she just doesn't sell it. She's educated in it. Isn't that where you want to get your produce from? From the people who actually know what they're selling and why you need. I've learned so much from Deanna. Thank you, Deanna, for that. They are anti-inflammatory, absolutely. But guys, so so there was the sea scallop. So I am going to do a take on that. I believe I'm going to do a take on that Thursday. Okay, so that will be the test kitchen. We will be doing the seared scallops. Now, you know, I usually do the trumpet or king mushrooms, which take on the appearance of a scallop when you slice them. So those are my favorite. And I've mentioned to you guys before that I like that better than I do the actual the scallop. So maybe I'll do both. It's the same process, right? You don't have to cook scallops. You don't have to cook seafood long, period, at all. But oh my God, that trumpet mushroom is amazing. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a scampi sauce with it, with cherries in it too. I don't know. It's Test Kitchen. We're going to test things out. That's what the Test Kitchen is for, okay? So I will be doing that. So look out for that reminder post about that, and we'll recycle some of what Mama Gail says. We got to get her back into the studio to get some more of these, because she has a long list of them, honey. I could just run down the gamut of everything she's taught me growing up in the kitchen. Okay, so guys, thank you so much, the love and support. If you have made supportive comments, texts, calls, love, prayers, anything, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. The love that we've been receiving for this past weekend is still flowing over. I don't want to keep talking about it, but you guys keep bringing it up and just making me feel so overjoyed with the love and support that you are giving. Yeah, so I got to give it back. I got to give it back in discounts, and I have to give it back in, words of appreciation, which I do, absolutely. So guys, make sure you check out the Test Kitchen Thursday. Make sure you subscribe to acrtofood.com to get more information, to get more discounts, to get more recipes, to get more charts on healthier living. We have everything, a tasty blog, okay? My perspective of foods and different things, okay? So it's no judgment. Not trying to convert anybody to one particular type of eating habit or eating lifestyle. I'm here for everyone who just wants to eat healthy. And that is essentially what AC Art of Food is all about. It's simply the art of bringing healthy food together with great taste and great flavor to present a canvas, of your healthy lifestyle. That's what AC Art of Food is all about. Okay, guys? So today is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Absolutely. Make it a phenomenal Tuesday. Remember, self-care is the absolute best care. Love yourself immensely. Love yourself like no one else, okay? Absolutely. Love yourself and share that love with others, because AC loves you, baby. Okay? Great eats and healthy living. Thanks so much for joining, and we will see you guys tomorrow for Wednesday's Healthful Tip Live. Talk to you then.